The place where we have perhaps some of our oldest animals is actually our cat adoption floor. We have a variety of seniors, some of them, over the age of 10, quite a few 10 and up. And one of the new members to our adoption floor is Francois, and he has a very kind of like unique look to him. He definitely looks more like a wild cat than a house cat, right? He has a very his nose looks like more like a lion nose. He has very unique features, and he is listed as about 8 to 9 years old. So he is one of our older cats, and he is in our greeter cage, which is the first cage that you see right when you walk in to the adoption floor. And it's a great spot for him because he is always right at the front of his cage. He's asking for attention. He's talkative. He's rubbing against the bars. He's great. And the other day I was actually walking through, and a little girl was at the front of his cage, and he was just really interacting with her really well. And she was like, "Mom, I want this one." And her mom was like, "Why do you want that one? He's so old already." And then kind of redirected her around to look at some of the kittens. And that's kind of why I wanted to showcase these guys today, because they do get overlooked simply because of their age. It has nothing to do with their personalities or their temperaments and how great they interact with our kids or our other pets. It's simply because they're a little bit older. And when you're thinking about, cats and how old they can live to be 15 years plus. I believe our former director, Linda Shea, she had a cat who lived to be 21 and was in good health until the very end, too. So you never know how long you're actually going to have them for, and it's not always about quantity, it's about quality. And Francois is going to give somebody a lot of love. He's going to make a great pet. He's very... He's enjoying affection. He's sitting on a lap. He's basically all of those things that people are looking for in a cat. He's confident. He doesn't seem to be too bothered by commotion and things like that. So if you have younger kids, shouldn't be an issue. He doesn't seem to be too upset by the surrounding cats and all of those things. So he's going to be a great fit. But he does have a couple of issues, right, as many older cats do, and some of the issues that we've been talking about with all of our older animals, right, Sean?
Right. So, yeah, I noticed on his medical that he needs a dental, but I also heard that he only has 2 teeth.
That is true. So he's eating only wet food right now because he only has 2 teeth. Everybody was all about our toothless cat, Sir Thomas, and he's kind of one step away from being Sir Thomas. And he needs a dental because he does have, he came to us as a stray. We don't know what was going on. He has a lot of broken teeth and things like that. So he needs a dental to check on his remaining 2 teeth. He has one that's a little bit infected, rotten, that's kind of like just part of the tooth is still in there. He needs to have that removed. But also our vet is recommending that he just get some x-rays to see if he has any other roots that are still in the top part of his jaw that would need to be removed. And that's just going to make him feel a lot better, make sure he's staying nice and healthy. And it is possible, as we saw with Sir Francis, to have a cat that doesn't have any teeth and be perfectly happy, healthy, and eat well. Sometimes you just have to adjust the type of food that they're eating, and we're doing that here by making sure that he's just eating wet food only. So not a big deal, but an otherwise very good health, and is just looking for that family that's going to see him for who he is and not how old he is. If you think that that's going to be your family, you can make an appointment to visit with him by going to visitfcac.as.me. As with any of our animals that have some medical issues, if you want to talk to somebody on our medical staff about that before you commit, you can call us at 301-600-1546, and we can set those conversations up for you.